I don't know if you can all hear me. Good afternoon. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. The last time we had this live session, we had issues with the speaker. So I want to know if you cannot hear me this afternoon. So if you can hear me, let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Are we all here? If you can hear me, let me know if you can hear me. Oh, okay, yes, you can hear me. Okay. Abolu Atife, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Agbola Praise, I can see you. Thanks for coming. Blessing, I can see you as well. Thanks for coming. Moses, thank you. Thank you for coming. Good afternoon. This is Wundel. If this is your first time of seeing me on my channel, I talk about everything travels. I give out travel tips for free to people who intend to travel out and wish to do it on their own without the help of an agent, without the help of a travel consultant. So this afternoon, we were on a particular live about, I think, a few days ago, but the speaker messed up. So I think a lot of people could not hear me. So I had to cut the live. And here we are this afternoon again. So I can see all of you. I can see that you can hear me. Thanks for coming. This is Wundel Channels. We talk about everything travels. If this is your first time, okay, wow, good to hear you again. All right, thank you. Good to see you all again as well. If this is your first time of seeing me, my name is Wundel. I talk about everything travels. I would urge you to subscribe, click the subscribe button, subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified anytime I drop a video. And I urge you to also turn on your notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, YouTube will notify you. I would also want you to like this video so that YouTube algorithm can send and share with other people who this video is going to benefit. You can also share this video around to your family and friends. You can share it around to people who you think need travel tips, those who want to basically do their travel packages themselves without the help of anybody. Please click the subscribe button, like the video, give it a thumbs up. To my new viewers, I say good afternoon. I love you. Thanks for coming this afternoon again. And if you are a returning subscriber, I say a thumbs up for you. Thank you for always coming back to my channel. Okay, this afternoon, like we were talking about in the previous video, we were actually talking about the changes in the rules in Canada. Because I know that majority of us, the country we so much have in mind to relocate into is basically Canada, US, and UK. Those are the first class countries in the world. Yes, we have other countries who do better than these three countries, but we know that a lot of us would like to either go to the US, go to the UK, or relocate into Canada. Okay, so before I go further in this video, in this live that we are doing, I want to urge all my viewers and subscribers, if you have any question for me pertaining to Canada, basically we are told this life is about Canada actually, but if you have questions for me either on US, UK, Canada, or any other country of your choice that I won't be talking about in this live session, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I will be randomly picking the questions and I'm going to be answering them to the best of your satisfaction. So back to the topic of this afternoon, the new rules, the changes in the rules in Canada. A subscriber reached out to me saying that she got admission into Canada. She got admission to Nova Scotia, And then after she watched my video that I dropped last week about DLI schools, the DLI accredited, and about talking about the postgraduate work permit, she discovered that the school the agents put in the admission for her is not DLI accredited. Okay, so the school went, okay, so after watching the video, she went back to the agent and complained to the agent about the school, and the agent told her that he actually puts in to that school for her because she's going to be able to use Empower. Yes, the agent is right, because when I requested her to send me the admission letter, so going through the admission, I found out that Empower actually supports the school. The school is an Empower supported college. In university, I mean. It's an Empower supported university. As much as the school has advantage, the disadvantages are a lot more than the advantage. By this, I mean that the client is going to be, the benefit the client is going to be getting if he or she goes through with this admission, the disadvantage is way more than the advantage she's going to be benefiting from it. I did in one of my videos that I said I did a particular video. You can just check through my videos and see which I am talking about right now. In one of my videos, I spoke about Empower. I spoke about funding, how to get funding into universities in Canada. If you don't have enough money to fund your tuition, I said there are a lot of organizations. Basically, Empower is one of the organizations that helps students to fund their education in Canada, whereas after your study term, you would pay back. So I don't want anybody to be confused. It is a good thing that you want Empower to sponsor your education in Canada. It is a good thing for you to want to use Empower. Don't, because you want to use Empower to fund your education in Canada, you go and use a school that is not DLI accredited. If a school is not DLI accredited, you will not get postgraduate work permit at the end of your studies. If a school is not accredited for distance learning, you will not get postgraduate work permit. What is postgraduate work permit? Postgraduate work permit is that document that permits you to wait and work in Canada after your studies. I'll say that again. Postgraduate work permit is that document that allows you as a student to wait behind in Canada and work after your studies. We know that some countries, immediately after your studies, you need to leave the country. For school, for countries like Cyprus, most of the universities in Cyprus, immediately after your studies, you have to vacate the country. It does not matter how much you have spent on your studies. They don't allow students to wait behind. Once you are done, especially if you did postgraduate or undergraduate, you have to leave the country. The good thing about Canada is they give options of schools. They have schools which are DLI accredited, and they have schools which are not DLI accredited. So Empower also has schools which are approved under them for you to go into Canada so that they can sponsor your tuition fee. Empower doesn't support all schools. So the challenge with this client now, this is what I am driving out this afternoon. The challenge with this client now is that she got a school that is Empower approved but not DLI accredited. It is getting more interesting. As difficult as it seems, I'm going to break it down. So because she's cash strapped, she doesn't have enough funds to sponsor herself through the university. in Canada. She doesn't have enough funds to sponsor herself through the university in Canada. And following my advice, okay, sorry, no wasting time after school anyway, empower and okay, so following my advice that I said, instead of taking a lot of loan, instead of selling off your properties, instead of breaking the bank, to fund your education in Canada, you can use Empower. So I think that was the info she gave her agent, saying she wants a school that is DLI accredited. Sorry, that is Empower approved, that is Empower approved. So our agent actually got her a school that is Empower approved, but not DLI accredited. So now I asked her a few questions, and this is my submission. I told her, I said, see, it is good that you'll be relocating to Canada through through Empower approved school. But what is the essence of that 2 years or 4 years you are going to be spending in Canada, and you will not be able to wait behind? That is the disadvantage of the school she got that is Empower approved. There are lots of disadvantages with schools that are not approved for DLI. Number one, after your studies, you have to leave the country. You will not be able to stay behind. Another thing is that you will not get postgraduate work permit. You will not get postgraduate work permit. And that postgraduate work permit is just like a certificate to pay up for all the expenses you have made in Canada. Because it is after your studies that the postgraduate work permit will permit you to wait behind and work. And it is until you work for like 2-3 years in Canada that you'll be able to apply for PR. Under PR section, there is this section that boosts your mark. It is called Canadian Work Experience. If you have not worked in Canada after your studies, how do you apply for PR? So that is why you need to take note of these two things if you want to have a seamless study passage in Canada. Make sure the school you are getting into has DLI accreditation, and also make sure the school is verified or approved by Empower. Why am I screaming this loud that your school must be DLI accredited, so that your effort will not go to waste, so that all the time you have spent, the money you have spent, and all of it will not go into waste? I've had several people who entered into Canada. Some people will say, don't worry, are we all here? So some people will say, oh, the school, I just want to try the school, the tuition deposit is low, I don't need to make a lot of it. Hello, I'm so sorry, the network is very bad here. So sorry about that. Okay, so same here. Yes, network is really misbehaving these days. So I don't know if you can all hear me now. Yes, I'm back. All right, so as I was saying, the admission she got, she did not even pay application fee for the admission. The admission the agent got her, we discovered that the agent did not pay application fee, and then the tuition deposit, the school is only taking 250 cards as tuition deposits, whereas other schools will take 2,500 cards, 5,000 cards, 10,000 cards. And some schools we even say you do 50% payment. But she quickly jumped on the admission because of the tuition deposit, 250 cards. As guilty as the offer may seem, there are lots of disadvantages on that admission. At the end of her studies, it's just 16-month studies. At the end of her studies, she will need to vacate Canada because the school is not DLI accredited. So she will definitely need to leave Canada. She's not getting a postgraduate work permit. So any other offer you get in Canada, as a student for study routes, I beg you, in the name of God, this afternoon, make sure you always vet it well. Make sure you always vet it well. Your agent will not tell you these things, will not break it down the way I'm breaking it down this afternoon. Make sure you vet it well. So before I start taking questions, I will also like you to know that instead of study route, there are other routes you can consider into going into Canada, especially if you have age on your side. The PR option. The PR option takes a lot of time, but I tell you, it is worth it in the end. PR option worth it in the end. I urge you to, I can see all your comments, but I want to urge you to please start preparing your questions for me. So PR is a very good option that a lot of people are not looking into, most especially with these rules that keep changing in Canada almost every day. There are a lot of rules in Canada that changes, that leaves a lot of people in distress. Like I said earlier on, I think last week, I said that if you are going in to study undergraduate or postgraduate, your spouse will no longer get spousal open work permit, which was not like that before. So a lot of rules are changing. If you feel you are 30 years below, then the PR option is the best for you. There are a lot of, if you are a tech person, you're an IT person, you're a doctor, you're a nurse, even agriculture. We have a province in Canada that allows people who are into agriculture, or most especially those who have handwork, to come into Canada without stress. It is not compulsory that you go in with master's degree, with PhD, or with postgraduate. No, there is a particular province in Canada, in Manitoba, that allows people to come into Canada through PR. What is PR? Okay, PR means permanent residence. Permanent residence. This is a kind of how will I put it now? A document you get to come into Canada to settle down as a permanent resident. That's you need these documents allows you to go into Canada, settle here with you and your family and your children, a husband and a wife, to settle into Canada. Yes. No, I think PR is permit. No, PR is permanent resident. Permanent residence. It allows you to relocate into Canada with your family, to settle down into Canada with your family as a permanent resident. So I urge you, start dropping your questions. I think I can start taking questions now. I'll keep talking, and I'll be checking the questions and I'll be answering. You all can start dropping your questions now. Okay, so as I was saying earlier on, I gave her my candid advice, and I told her that as good as the admission seems, the aftermath of the admission is what she should consider. Is she going to be able to settle down in Canada after the study? The tuition deposit she was to deposit to the school so that she can get a letter of acceptance. It's just 250 CAD. And for the whole of the 16 months that she's going to be spending in Canada, she's only going to be paying 12,000 CAD. The offer seems so juicy to her. 12,000 CAD is very reasonable for 16 months, because to other schools like Trent University, that 16 months cost about 50,000 CAD. So you can imagine the gap. So she found it so juicy, and she felt, oh, this is a very good option for her after the agent got her the admission, and she jumped on it. But when I opened her eyes to see the disadvantage of the admission, she was able to reason with me, because I told her that it won't make any sense for her to travel down to Canada with the whole of her family members, and at the end of her 16 months, which is almost 2 years, she will not be able to settle down in Canada. She will need to come back home. Some agents confuse their clients. Some agents will tell you, don't worry, before you finish your address. Sorry, sorry, I was interrupted. My own question is, where is your office address? Yeah, my office address is in Lagos. I'm in Lagos, a better area to be precise. Okay, so like I was saying, she was able to reason with me. She's going to pay that 12,000 card, pay the tuition deposit of 250, apply for visa, do medicals, do a lot of things, wrap up all our arrangements here in Nigeria, and travel down to Canada. And at the end of that 16 months, she will need to come back to Nigeria. So listen now, these are the disadvantages. She'll come back to Nigeria without a postgraduate work permit, and she may not even be able to go back into Canada without applying for a visa again. That is one disadvantage. Another disadvantage is that, don't forget, she's borrowing money from Empower to pay for the tuition she wants to pay. She will still come back to Nigeria and still be funding the loan she took from Empower. So I gave her options. I sent her different schools that she can consider, schools that gives admission way faster in Canada. We also have schools that are cheap. One of the schools that gives admission faster in Canada is Trent University. Trent University has a very fast admission process. Once you have all your documents ready and you apply, you are definitely going to be getting the admission. Mind you, they are going to vet or verify all your documents before they give any admission. But I tell you, within 2 weeks, you can get admission into Trent University. We have a lot of cheap schools in Canada. We have Holland College. That's a college. We have Holland College. We have Nova Scotia Community College. We have a lot of universities in Canada. They are cheap. Then, mind you, the fact that the university is cheap does not mean Empower approves it. The fact that the university is cheap does not mean it is DLI accredited. So whatever school you need or you want to go into to study, you need to be sure first if the school is accredited. I hope you understand what I'm saying. You need to put that into consideration. Okay, so somebody was saying, how much will it cost me to travel? Well, the amount it will cost you to travel depends on you. Number one, depends on you, depends on your family size, and depends on if you want to travel with every member of your family at the same time. The first thing you need to consider if you want to travel, I don't know, let's say Canada, for example. I don't know which country you are considering in your question. Let me use Canada as an example. The first thing you need to consider is, which province am I going into? Which school am I going into? What course am I considering? How much can I afford to pay for tuition deposits? How much can I afford for tuition deposits? How much can I afford for tickets? The province that I'm going to, how much is it going to cost me for living expenses? So your family size determines what amount you are going to be spending on your traveling. I really cannot say. I don't know the province you want to go into. I don't know if the province you want to go into is expensive. I don't know if the province is cheap. So it depends on the province you are going to. The province determines the cumulative amount you are going to be spending. So you need to make research on the province. In Canada, some provinces are way expensive than others. One of the expensive provinces in Canada is Ontario. Ontario is expensive. Toronto is expensive. Ottawa is expensive. But for province like Saskatoon, we have cheap province like Saskatoon. Alberta is okay. Manitoba is okay. And then we have Newfoundland. You know, a lot of people want to travel out into Canada and they want a bubbling province. They want a province that everything is happening there. There is life. I can enjoy myself and all of that. So the province you want to relocate into determines the amount of money you are going to be spending. You need to draw your budget The first thing you need to do if you are traveling is draw your budget, know how much you can afford, know where you are going to, know how much you can afford for tuition deposits, because there are a lot of things you need to put into consideration, most especially if you have a large family, a family of 5, a family of 4. It's going to cost a fortune, because for a school that is DLI accredited in Canada, and that the one that you are going to be getting a postgraduate work permit, and that will allow your wife or husband to get spousal open work permit, is going to cost you nothing less than 30,000 to 35,000 Canadian dollar. Yes, it is going to cost that much. So you really need to put into consideration your funds, your finances. How much do you have? How much can you afford? What are the means you want to use? Which course are you going in to study? A lot of agents will tell you, don't worry, just go in with this course first. And you are going to get, I beg you, please, consider courses that are lucrative. Don't just go and waste your money in Canada. You pay so much money in Canada, and you will still, at the end of your study, the course is not going to fetch you the money that you have not spent on it. Any course you want to consider studying, make sure the course is a lucrative course. One of the courses I would advise anybody to study is there's this course they call PSW. PSW is a very, how will I put it now, it's a very lucrative course in Canada. PSW is called Personal Support Worker. Personal Support Worker course is a very important course in Canada, that at the end of your study, there's every tendency that you cannot be stranded with job. You will definitely get job. And I will advise that when you are planning on your educational routes into Canada, consider cheap province. When I mean cheap province, I'm not saying Canada is cheap. When I mean cheap province, I mean that consider a province you can afford. Don't want to be like your friend that has gone to Toronto or to Ontario. Your own purse or pocket may require you to go to Alberta, may require you to go to Halifax, may require you to go to Newfoundland. Cheap living expenses and province that won't cost you a fortune. In some provinces like Nova Scotia, NS, I have some of my subscribers who got admission and visa through all their visas from learning, from everything I drop here. They are in Nova Scotia, and they got about 3-bedroom flats, 3-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom basement in Nova Scotia for 1,600 cards. So you need to put your finances into consideration. Don't live above your means. Don't do what your friends are doing. My friends are in Ontario. I have friends in Ontario. That is where I want to go to. I don't want to be alone. Fine. If you have the means to relocate there, and you'll be able to fund your education without being stranded anytime. So the key words of this video this afternoon is, before making plans for your travel, for your school route into Canada, make sure you draw a budget. Don't just decide one day, oh, we are going into Canada next month, I'm using the school route. No. Draw out your budget. What are the important documents to have? Okay, I think I really need to understand that question. The important document to have, is it for admission stage or visa stage? Because there are stages to applying into Canada study route. Okay, but then let me say, for admission stage, most schools require you to have transcripts. They need an official transcript from your school. You are going to be needing your certificates. They need your certificates, and then you're also going to be needing your transcripts. Your school is going to mail your official transcripts to them. There are 2 types of transcripts. We have student copy of transcript, and we have official copy of transcript. The student copy of transcript is the one you have. the one your school gave you, the one you can apply for and your school gave you. But the official transcript is that type of transcript that it is your school that will mail it. That's your university in your home country. Say for Nigeria, probably I was a student of University of Ife. It is University of Ife that will email that transcript to probably Trent University in Canada. That is what official transcripts is all about. Official transcript is the transcript your school will send directly to the university you are sending it to in Canada. So for your admission stage, you are going to be needing your official transcript. You're going to be needing your student copy of transcript. Some schools require you send them your whole level results, and some schools will require you to send them your degree certificate for admission. Then it depends on the program you are going in for. The one I mentioned now is that I said degree certificate, degree transcript is for postgraduates. That is for those going for postgraduates, undergraduates, or diploma courses or graduate courses, the way they call it in Canada. So for your visa stage, you are going to be needing a lot of documents for your visa stage. I don't know if you people are still following me. Let me know in the comment section if you are still following me. So for your visa stage, you are going to need your medical results. Police character is optional. Police character certificate is optional, but your medical certificate is very, very important. There are just two places to have your medicals done in Nigeria. That's Q Life and IOM. Q Life is in VI, IOM is in Ikeja, and we also have IOM at Abuja. So you need your medical certificate, you need your transcripts, you need probably your house rent, then you need your statement of accounts. That statement of account is referred to as POF, which is proof of fund. That is very, very important. You may be required to send your statement of accounts for either 4 months or 6 months. Canada accepts for 4 months and they also accept for 6 months. So let me quickly say this. For your POF, make sure you get your ticket ID. Some people just go to their bank and print out their statement of accounts without attaching ticket ID. Make sure the kind of statement of account you are sending or attaching to your documents, to your proof of funds, to your funding section as ticket ID. And make sure you also get a reference letter from your bank. Let the reference letter be addressed to Canada Embassy, to the Canadian Embassy, High Commission and all of that. Make sure your proof of fund has ticket ID, and make sure reference letter is also attached to it. That's that on the. So you also need proofs, proof that you are married, proofs of your previous education, proofs of where you work, employment letter. If your employer is going to be giving you leave, you need to attach your leave letter. You need to attach your what's it called? If you have been promoted over time at your place of work, you also need to attach it to it. You attach it to the document you are going to be sending. That's for visa stage. So I think I'm going to be doing a video later on step-by-step guideline of document of how to put your document together for your visa stage. For the visa stage, some people use what's it called now? Old portal and new portal. We have old portal that you can use to apply for your visa application in Canada. You have old portal and we have the new portal. So whichever one you want to use, make sure for your visa stage you have your medical report, you have a police character report, your proof of fund. If you are employed, attach all your work documents, pictures of you at work, pictures of you and your colleagues. Attach pictures of you and your wife or pictures of you and your husband. Attach pictures of your children. Attach your birth certificate, your marriage certificate, your children's birth certificate. Attach a lot of pictures. Then another thing I need to stress out in the aspect of visa stage is your ties. One of the reasons a lot of people get rejected while applying for study permit into Canada is Home ties, proof of ties. You need to prove to the visa officer that you are coming back to Nigeria. But between you and I, we know now, a lot of us want to jackpot. We are not coming back. We are definitely not coming back. But then we just need to prove to the visa officer that we are coming back. If you have, even if you have a lot of money in your account and the visa officer is not satisfied that you are definitely going to be coming back to Nigeria, then they will definitely they will deny the visa. So you need to prove to the visa officer that you are coming back to Nigeria. So that's where your home ties come in. Prove that you are coming back. If you have landed properties, if you are a business owner, attach your CAC document. Let your CAC document be attached to it with tax return. Don't go and just, because they will definitely check if your business is active or inactive. So you need to be sure of the document you are attaching to it. You need to be sure of the document you are attaching to it. Attach landed documents, house documents. Attach if your employer is, if you are sponsoring yourself, put it there. If you have an employer, if your employer is sponsoring you, or if the company is sponsoring you, make sure you get proper documents from the company that is sponsoring you. So I want to take more questions. Are we all there? If you have questions, please let me know, as I'll be bringing this live to an end shortly. So I'm waiting for our questions. Please, you can now ask me questions. Okay, Ruth, I can see you. Shegun, I can see you. Okay, Shaolu, I mean. Abodere. Please, you can drop your questions if you have questions. I'm in for taking questions now. Yes, I'm in for taking questions now. Okay. Okay, I think, okay. I think the video is well explanated. So if you still need clarity on some certain things, or if you feel I'm too fast, you cannot totally grab, or if you feel you need me to assist you, if you have questions to ask during your visa process, I'll drop my email address in the description box. I'll drop my email address. I'll drop my phone number. Okay, sure. Okay. I'll drop my email address and phone number in the description box. Please, if anybody reach out to you in my name, saying you should pay any amount of money for consultation fee, I'm dropping this disclaimer now. I am not taking money from anybody to drop travel tips. I am not taking money from anybody. Okay, so okay, yes, I'll drop it in the description box. I'm not taking money from you. My name is Wondell. Don't let anybody scam you saying paid so amount into this account. No, I will never drop my account anywhere for you to pay me. And I am not taking money for this channel. I'm not taking money on this channel. Yes, I can provide assistance for CV revamp, for visa assistance, admission assistance, and all of that. I will not drop my account number on this live or in any of my videos for you to send me money. Please, if anybody reach out to you saying you should send him or her money on whatever it is you and the person discuss, please, it is not me. It is not me. I am not an immigration lawyer. I am not an immigration consultant. So please make sure you are talking to the right person. Okay, maybe I missed how they get the permanent resident. Okay, so I missed how okay. I explained in the video that I said the permanent residence is one of the easiest way for you to migrate to Canada. Although it's time consuming. It takes a lot of time. It might take up to 8 months from you, but it is the best route. So asking on how to get your PR, there are a lot of things involved. I'm going to be dropping my mail. You can reach out to me. I can give you a step-by-step advice or guideline on how to apply for permanent residence. Okay, so then getting your permanent residence in Canada requires a lot of documents. Number one, you are going to be needing IELTS exam. You need IELTS exam. You need to pass your IELTS exam. I think band 6 in listening, hearing, speaking, and reading. You need a band 6. But if you can get better than band 6, then it will be fine. You need your IELTS exam. You need all your professional. If you're a professional, maybe you're an IT person, you're a lawyer, you're into tech, this and that, you need all those certificates as well. You need all your school certificate as well, so degree, masters, PhD. You're going to be needing that as well. Police character is very, very important for permanent residents. Police, I said that police character is optional in terms of study permit, but in terms of permanent residents, police character is important. Medical is very, very important. Your medical is very, very important. Your statement of account is very, very important. Just that, unlike the study permit, whereas you need money to bring your account, for permanent residents, you can use certificate of investment instead of funds in your account. You can use certificate of investment. Then you need proof of size, although not too compulsory. You need proof of size as well for that. But then I'll do another video talking about step-by-step guideline on how you can migrate to Canada through PR. There are a lot of provinces in Canada that are running PR programs. You also need an express entry account. You need WES examination. WES examination is a body that evaluates all your credentials, all your professional credentials, all your educational credentials. They are going to send it as well. I think that's even one of the first things you need to do. In applying for PR, the first thing you need is WES. WES needs to evaluate all your results. You need to send your results to WES for them to evaluate it, and they will give you a score. So even WES need to evaluate your IELTS exam. They will evaluate all your results from O-level, degree, masters, and everything. They will evaluate it for you. You send them all your results. You send them your transcripts. Your school send them an official transcript. You understand? So they will evaluate that, and they will send it. They will send that score to IRCC for you. So the first thing is WES. You need WES examination. So once WES approves, once they evaluate your results, then you can go ahead with other applications, express entry. And if your express entry is taking time, if your express entry is taking longer time, you can use provincial nomination. I know of some provinces that can nominate you. I know of Ontario. The Ontario nominates. Then Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. They also have an SIMP program going on that you can also key into. Then I know of I think Alberta. Alberta also have a program. Alberta also have a program for PR for people who want to migrate through PR. Then there's another province. There's a small village in Manitoba as well. There's a small village in Manitoba that allows you to migrate through provincial nomination. But the challenge with this small villages in Canada, if you use them to get into Canada through if you use their pilot program to enter into Canada, you have to reside in the province. You have to reside in the province for about 2 years before you can migrate to another province. You have to be there for 2 years before you can migrate to another province. So then like I said, I'll be doing another video on breakdown information of how you can migrate into Canada through PR, and of some other places or some other province that you can use to migrate into PR. So like I said earlier, thanks for tuning into this live session. I hope you have learned one or two things. I hope this video has educated you, or this live session has educated you. If you have learned one or two things, I want you to drop that in the comment section. Thanks for those who stayed tuned to the end. Yes, thanks for those who stayed tuned to the end, those that started with me and those that are still here to the end. Thank you so much. If you have learned one or two things, please drop a thumbs up. Let me see your hands up in the comment section. If this live video has impacted you, I need you to drop a thumbs up in the comment section. You can drop, just drop a thumbs up. So, like I said, my name is Wundel. I talk about everything travels. I give travel tips for free. Yes, I make research. And Gmail too. Yes, I'll drop that in the description box. I want you to please go through my channel, like all the videos, subscribe to my channel. Please watch videos as well. All the videos on my channel are very, very educative. They are videos you are going to be learning a lot from. And if you are yet to subscribe, please, I urge you to please subscribe. Like this video. Please, I need you to like this video so that YouTube can recommend this video to other people that are interested. Share as well to your friends. Share this video to your family members. And please hit the notification button so that anytime I drop a video, YouTube is going to notify you that I dropped a video. I really do appreciate those of you that joined this live from the beginning and are still here. I say I love you. We need to call it a day. If you have some other questions, please drop it in the comment section or drop it in my mail. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.